Oh, what going, baby girl?
Don't baby girl me. How many of your groupies you call baby girl? Is Tisha a baby girl? Is Amanda a baby girl too? And who the hell is Bonquisha? Is that even a name?
Man, I can't
Oh, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sharane's World right here on YouTube. Let's go. Yes, welcome, everybody. Let's go. Let's welcome all my victims, all my survivors, all my thrivers, or anybody that's out there that just want to educate yourself. And you already know. Let's welcome all them narcissistic men and women up out here in these streets. Let's go. Yes, welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. We are live right here on YouTube. Let's welcome everybody right here on YouTube. Let's welcome everybody on my support group page and everybody on my main page. Hope everybody is staying blessed. Let's go. Let's get into Sharane's World. Let's go. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. Okay. I hope everybody is using the tools. I hope everybody is breaking that cycle. I hope everybody is just educating themselves, whether you're taking the tools or you don't take the tools, okay? As long as you know that domestic violence and narcissistic abuse, toxic abuse is absolutely real, right here locally in Binghamton and the surrounding areas, and nationwide as well. We have to have the time to start talking about that are going through these situations and they're going through it alone and they don't know what to do, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is why Sharane World is here to spread awareness and to shine the light on these toxic situations and how we need certain policies changed when it comes to, certain situations, right? But, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I have the voice, not just for myself, but this is why I have the voice for the community as well. Because I know what it feels like to be placed into those shoes. I know what it feels like to go through domestic violence, toxicness, family court stuff, just all that wickedy things. Shireen World definitely understands. And this is why I speak up for myself and I speak up for the community, right? And this is why I bring the awareness, my stories, whatever stories I got for you guys. This is why I bring the truth, I bring the real to you guys. So you guys could be able to use it just in case you may be going through something similar. That Shireen World had went through, and maybe you can use the tools for yourself and break your cycle, ladies and gentlemen, no matter who you are, male or female, right? Because men go through narcissistic abuse and domestic violence as well. It's not just the women, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's make sure that we are out there breaking these cycles and we're not getting stuck in a clown show. All right, we don't want to be stuck in some domestic violence or some narcissistic clown show up out here in these streets, especially if we're located in Broome County, ladies and gentlemen, right? That is the whole goal. Break your cycle. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, welcome to Sharane's World, everybody, right here on YouTube. Let's go. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Shereen Will is still trying to recuperate from the weekend because, with me dealing with lupus and things like that, that also, that sets your body off. Like that makes your bones and stuff. You just get tired, right? But yeah, I'm good now, ladies and gentlemen. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is break your cycle, educate yourself, understand what's going on, and understand what's going wrong about here in these streets, right? So listen. I'm hoping that you guys are not on a dating app. I'm gonna keep expressing that. I hope you're not out there doing car insurance or registration or any of those wickedy things that these narcissists, the females or the males might be asking you to do, right? Because y'all know I advocate for that. And I hope y'all not out there being a narcissist or a domestic violence person supply or a punching bag. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's real up out here. All right, and let me tell you something. If you have an order protection and they violate in your order protection, please keep your boots on the ground because these batterers, whether they're a male or a female, they're looking at you to not go look for no help. They're looking at you to continue the cycle, right? So this is where you got to break the cycle and start switching up your patterns and stop showing them the same thing. All right. So when you want to heal, right? Because I did videos about the healing. When you want to heal, you have to break all that bad negative juju that's around you. So any 3 or 4 activities, friends, family, anybody that don't support you for what you're going through, no matter who you are, male or female, you have to break that cycle. Like if they not with you to understand what you have going on, then they're just not gonna understand. You have to remove the bad negative energy from around you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Yeah, so that should end up, still stuck in a cycle, still trying to figure out what's going on. And yeah, you're just not gonna be able to move on, right? You're gonna be stuck in the clown show. Okay? Another thing. I'm going to call it out again, ladies and gentlemen, because it's happening, and we got to educate everybody. We got to bring awareness to it. And right, Sharine World will definitely have that uncomfortable conversation because, like I said, anybody could go through anything toxic. You could have went through anything. It's all about did you heal when you came back up out here in the streets, right? So, y'all got to watch out for all, them narcissistic females that be on the internet and they just be wild styling, okay? You gotta watch out for stuff like that. Um, yeah, it's just not cool. It doesn't look good, right? So watch out for stuff like that. And another thing I said to you on my other videos, when you see them in the clubs and the bars and the shingdings and stuff like that, or not just that, when you see them acting toxic, right, or whatever, you could just ask them why they act like that. All right. I would just hope you're not toxic, but you know what I'm saying? Because you can't be asking somebody if they talk why they toxic and you toxic. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, please educate yourself and understand what's going on and what's domestic violence, what's narcissistic abuse, and things like that. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be coming back up here with some more mental illness videos about narcissistic abuse because he is a diagnosed narcissist himself that comes out and spread awareness about it. So I will be coming back up here with some more commentary with videos about that. All right. And we will be coming back up here with some more juicy things, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Right now, I'm just preparing for my Friday show. I do have Mr. Easy's song to play on the radio for Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Yes, I do have Mr. Easy's new song that I am going to play live on the air this Friday, ladies and gentlemen. So tune in. If you want to tune into my radio show live on the air every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't have the radio station 99.5, you can go online to WBDY line and you can listen to the radio like that. Every Friday, you could tune into Sharane's World when I go live on the air and you can hear when I play Miss Easy song. Yes, it is a catch, ladies and gentlemen. It is a nice song. I like the song. So, yes, tune in to my radio show this Friday on the WBDY 99.5 the Bundy Radio, right here locally in Binghamton and the surrounding areas. I spread awareness nationwide as well, not just locally in Binghamton and the Southern Tier. I spread it nationwide. So no matter where you at, take the tools, use it, and reach out to these licensed advocates so you could be able to get some help. Men, they do have a men's hotline, and I'm going to tell you the hotline. That is 1-877-600-6366. So men, please reach out to these licensed advocates that's out there that can assist you with some support resources that are, if you're experiencing domestic violence, okay, men? So yes, it is absolutely help out here in these streets. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sharanesville. Let's go. So listen, the whole goal is for you guys to break the cycle and educate yourself and understand what's going on, right? I don't care who you are, male, female, it doesn't matter. And so you narcissistic females, I'm gonna tell you right now, keep your hands to yourself. Stop using these kids, and it could go vice versa. The men do it too. They do it too. Practice healthy relationships. Break that cycle. You have to break the cycle. And then you will have people out there that's not gonna want to break their cycle. They think they broke their cycle, but they didn't break their cycle, ladies and gentlemen, because they still being toxic. Okay? So y'all gotta stay focused out here in Binghamton and Broome County and the surrounding areas. No matter where you're located. Because it's real up out here in the streets. And make sure y'all stay off them date apps, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, you can't express it. Um, just stay off of them. You're not gonna meet nobody on there. Check out all my videos I did about that. Stay off the dating app. You know, nothing up there for you. Don't register no cars. Don't be out there paying nobody car insurance. And yeah, it gets real. These narcissists use you for supply. And they have multiple supplies in the cut. And they tell all the supplies the same story. And it's all for their own personal gain and their own personal need, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so stay focused. And another thing, I'm gonna keep expressing: do not be allowing people to put their hands on you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is not cool. You have to set a boundary, and when you don't set a boundary, this is when these toxic people would try to take over and think that they could do whatever they want to do. I don't care who they are, male or female. Y'all know what I advocate for. Y'all know what Sharane will advocate for. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, stay focused because it gets real out here. Okay, and if you don't have your third eye open, you will be easily fall back into that trap. Okay, and so all my people that's out there that's actively going through something, just please reach out to these licensed advocates. Keep it real with them. Let them know what's going on, how you're feeling. Okay, it's help out here. You just have to make sure that you stay strong while you're going through your situation. You do not let go. You have to stay strong because if you don't stay strong, you will continue to go down that slope. And your whole goal is to break the cycle and, to be healthy. You don't want to keep going through a kind of show, right? You don't want to keep getting beat on, or not even if you're not getting beat on, ladies and gentlemen, because domestic violence is not all about somebody getting beat on, okay? Stay focused out here in Binghamton, and like I said, my boots is on the ground. And the same way I advocate for myself is the same way Sharane Walls is gonna advocate for others. That's just what we do as peer mentor survivors, advocates for the community, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go. Welcome to Sharane's World, everybody. I hope y'all staying focused this evening. Them narcissists is lurking, them DV people is lurking, no matter who they are. They're looking for new supply, and you do not become the narcissist supply. Don't get into the clown show, all right? Don't jump into the clown show. When you educate yourself on what is narcissistic personality disorder, what is a narcissist, what is narcissism, and what is the relationship, a narcissistic relationship, then you will really understand how they operate. You wouldn't want to put yourself into that situation. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of people in Broome County that's dealing with narcissistic abuse and domestic violence and family violence, and they're using children. And Sharane Girl totally understands that because I've been through that, right? I've been through it. I know what it feels like when they're trying to use the children, and you got to fight your way through it, right? But the whole goal is to use these licensed advocates because that's what they're out there for. That's what I use. I'm giving y'all the same tools that I use. You understand? I'm not going to give you guys tools that I've never used before and feel like they're not going to work. No, I'm going to tell y'all the same tools that I went out there and used. So reach out to the RISE program, okay? Reach out to Crime Victims Assistance Center. Reach out to these people. They can help you in either angle that it can go, ladies and gentlemen. They could go with you to court. It's so much that these services can help you with out here. Men, reach out to the men's hotline. All right, that's 1-877-600-6366. Reach out. They're out there, okay? And when I went to this event yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, we got to kill the music. But when I went to this event yesterday, there's a lot of people out there that's battling domestic violence, narcissistic abuse, and family violence, meaning they're using the kids. And then you have people out there that's married to them, they're using houses, they're using all of that crazy, wickedy things. And it's crazy out here. But this is why I say, get a licensed advocate Get a legal aid. You could get a legal aid if you don't want to have to pay all that money for, a licensed lawyer. You understand what I'm saying? There's legal aids out there. If you want to reach out to a legal aid, you got the Legal Aid Society of Mid New York. Their number is 607-722-1251. They help with free civil legal services for eligible individuals in Broome County. Reach out to them, ladies and gentlemen. You can get your child lawyer from them. You can get a lawyer from them as well. Because that's what you're gonna need. You understand? Also, when you reach out to these services like the National Domestic Violence Hotline number, that's the main number you guys need. Because that number right there, they will point you in every area, no matter where you at. They will give you those resources. They will give you those people that's out there to help you. That is the main. So, the National Domestic Violence Hotline is 1-800-799-7233. Okay. Contact them, get any information, ask questions. They will also talk to you in the middle of the night if you're going through something. Maybe you just need somebody to talk to. And also, this is where peer mentor survivors come in as well, ladies and gentlemen, because we've been there. We understand what you're going through, right? So get the tools. All right? Get the tools right here locally in Binghamton. There's help out here. There's so much help. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sharane Zone. We're going to start heading up out of here. Let's go. Yeah, y'all stay focused. We're gonna start heading up out of here. Y'all have a blessed evening. Check out my live video that's gonna come up a little later tonight. I appreciate you all. Also check out my pages. I dropped a whole bunch of links to the events and everything that I've been through, I've been to for the past weekend. So check them out. Go support, ladies and gentlemen. It's real. And listen. Tune into my live radio show this Friday at 6 p.m. on the WBDY 99.5. Also, you could tune in online as well at WBDY.online. And you can listen to Sharane's World Radio Show at 6 p.m. And you can listen to the Watchers Changers on the radio as well at 5 p.m. on Fridays. So you could tune in to them at 5 p.m. And then you could tune in to Sharane's World at 6 p.m. Let's go. Y'all stay focused. I'm gonna start heading up out of here. Y'all have a blessed evening. Make sure y'all not getting love bombs. Twin door gaslit. Right here locally in Binghamton and the surrounding area. All right, ladies and gentlemen, to all my men, listen up. Let me put this on pause real quick. So all my men that's up out there, I just know, stay focused. Stay 10 steps ahead of these narcissists, these domestic violence females. Do not accept any female that's out there putting their hands on you. That is not acceptable. That is not a healthy relationship. All right? You can talk it out. You can work it out before y'all go to bed. But if that can't happen, then it's just not healthy. All right? If you're dealing with some family court situations where you're trying to see your kid, whatever it is, remember, this goes to the ladies too, but I'm talking to the men. All right? Make sure y'all start meeting these females on camera when you're trying to do exchanges for your kids and things like that, right? All right. And to my ladies out there too, you going through something like that too, where the dad is doing some wickedy stuff, you understand? Start meeting them on camera. It goes both ways, ladies and gentlemen, okay? It don't just go one way, it goes both ways. But yes, I do advocate for both men, women. I call out narcissistic females. I call out narcissistic men. I call out domestic violence men and women. And I call out what's going on or what's going wrong in the community. And I definitely make sure I have that uncomfortable conversation so everybody can get the awareness, so everybody can know that there's resources out here, there's people out here. So break the cycle. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Welcome to Sharane's World. I appreciate you all for viewing, subscribing, tuning in, whatever you're doing. But I'm going to start heading up out of here. I'll see y'all a little later. We're going to come back with some more awareness later. We're going to come back with some more information later. Just stay tuned. You never know when Sharane World is going to come live. You never know what's going on or what's going wrong. But if ain't nothing going wrong, just within the community, we trying to fix things. We trying to make sure we make it a better environment for survivors and people that's in DV shelters when they're trying to find some housing assistance coming out of DV shelters. It's yeah, we gotta have that uncomfortable conversation, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go. Welcome to Sharane's World. I appreciate you all and have a blessed evening. I will be live later. Thank you.
You got a long way to go. Rock with me now.